There's a gun rush going on in Minnesota like we've never seen before. And that is our top story tonight. I'm Amy Hucker.
And I'm Randy Meyer. Nearly 100,000 Minnesotans got permits to carry a firearm last year, blowing away all the previous records.
Tonight, Tom Lydon of the Fox 9 Investigators shares numbers that show civil unrest is driving that increase.
I get in as much as I can. The shortage is pretty severe.
At Get Guns Now in Oakdale, they can barely keep enough in stock. It's a gun rush like owner Richard Bean has never seen before.
Mad rushes of folks buying up almost whatever they could just for home protection and safety.
Why? Why now?
People are scared.
I was looking at like 9mm.
Many like John Johnson are first-time gun buyers. He's thought about buying one for a long time to protect his family.
I live with 3 females, so I mean, like, that is just like my utmost thing. I want to make sure they're safe all the time.
And for Johnson,
2.0.
January 6th was the tipping point.
Rioting at the Capitol, that was something that was just bizarre.
Between civil unrest and the pandemic, we live in unsettling times, and more people are looking to pack heat. According to an annual BCA report released today, nearly 100,000 permits to carry were issued last year. That's a 67% increase over previous years. The Fox 9 investigators surveyed sheriffs in the 7-county metro and found permits to carry and purchase firearms are going through the roof. Leading the pack, Hennepin County issued more than 12,000 permits to carry last year. That's a 72% increase over the 5-year average. 225 permits were denied. That, too, was an all-time high. Ramsey County, 6,500 permits, an 85% spike. The trend continues in Washington County, Dakota, Scott, Carver, and Wright counties. All saw dramatic increases over the average of previous years. Now take a look at Anoka County. 6,279 permits issued last year. That's a 100% increase. And Anoka provided the Fox 9 investigators detailed month-by-month data that reveals when everything changed. An initial spike with the pandemic in March, but then permits exploded in June after the civil unrest following the killings of George Floyd, when Anoka issued 864 permits. That's 4 times the monthly average. In a statement, Anoka County Sheriff Jim Stewart said, Anoka County residents have consistently held high level of interest in having a permit to purchase and carry a firearm. The regional unrest and violence seems to have inspired many more people to purchase and carry weapons, some for the first time in their lives.
I'm not aware that there were overwhelming riots or threats to public safety in Anoka County.
State Senator Ron Latz believes the gun rush has been fueled by paranoia.
It doesn't sound like it's based on any real threat. It's based on a perception, perhaps, that those people may come up here out of their core cities and pose a threat to us, but there's nothing to back that up.
And what to do about someone like Greg Ulrich, who killed a nurse and shot 4 other people at a Buffalo clinic earlier this month. Despite a history of mental illness, drug abuse, and threats, Ulrich was apparently able to get a gun permit due to what's been described as a clerical error. It's not clear because gun permit records aren't even public.
Yet, these officers know or are fairly convinced that these individuals shouldn't have dangerous weapons on them.
Senator Latz has introduced a so-called red flag bill that would allow law enforcement or family members to get an extreme risk protection order to remove firearms if someone is a risk. Another bill would give law enforcement the ability to deny a gun permit even if the person doesn't have one of several disqualifying offenses.
This provision would allow law enforcement to act on their own knowledge. And I would hasten to add, anyone who's denied a permit has a complete right to due process to challenge that denial.
But Latz admits similar measures never made it out of committee last year. And for all the concern about civil unrest, in Minnesota, 79% of all firearm deaths are due to suicide.
Do you think this demand is rational?
Human fear is a big driver for people.
And regardless of where you stand on the Second Amendment, that's always the case. Nothing sells quite like fear. For the Fox 9 investigators, I'm Tom Lydon.